53, hold the air. I see the subject inside. Looks like he's got a gun in his hand, and he's pointing at the clerk. Guys, I've got the south covered behind you. Watch the crossfire. Running southbound, Rob. He's coming right at you.
All units, Victor 3, Victor 5 are fighting with 1. Hold the air.
Victor 3, slow down. Subject in custody. Firearm recovered.
Copy that. Command clear. Subject is in custody for the robbery. Firearms recovered.
When Kaz was Officer of the Year, that's because he got lucky once on a one call. It's a one call wonder.
Body of work, Rob.
So mine was more of a body of work.
Typically, right, when you get that type of award, you kind of know you're in a rhythm that year.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of like, man, I'm in stride. I've hit some licks, and then you're like, sweet. And then the call comes, and you're like, oh shit, someone else recognized that too.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't walk in.
I was shocked.
Yeah. So
Completely. I was walking on break, and I get an email from Kelly Cunningham from Eaton County.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is Eaton County? And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, okay. So I went and asked Missy, I'm like, do you know anything about this? She's like, yeah, I submitted you. Yeah, you won. I'm like, okay.
That's great.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, same with me. When I arrested Pablo Escobar, on that one stop.
Like I said, one hit wonder.
Yeah. It's all you've ever done, I'm sure.
I was like, how do you spell your last name? Escobar. I was like, oh shit, man, I think I'm gonna get Officer of the Year.
Nice. He filled out the application afterwards.
Somebody's been looking for you. No, but you know how you feel. I remember Yankowski called me. I jumped for a call. I took a call for the South End because they were getting the teeth knocked in, like they always did. And went to Meyer on a freaking retail fraud. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I pull in there. They're always messy. The kid's starting to get agitated. So, like, here we go. And the phone rings. And Mike's like, hey, you got a second? And he tells me. I'm like, what? Because I was in my 21st year.
Wow.
And I was like, what the hell? Really? And I got a little overwhelmed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Meanwhile, security's in there fighting with the guy with the retail fraud. I'm like, hey, yeah. Thanks, boss. Gotta go.
That's funny. That was funny.
Yeah, but it was dope. I mean,
that's pretty cool.
to get that kind of award. If you downplay it, I get it. Some people want to be modest about it, and I wasn't running around saying yeah, but it felt nice to get that recognition, especially later in the career. You did too, dude. Yeah, you got it later in your career too.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
last year I was there. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully I'm about halfway done.
Yeah.
We're at the halfway mark.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But depends on if the sheriff adopts us or not, I think.
What's the sheriff what?
If he adopts us, if we can get under the umbrella of the sheriff's department, it could mean different things for our retirement.
Oh, so that's the giant step, huh?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but it's
Yeah.
a thought, So right now we're supposed to stay till 62. You don't want nobody at 62 dispatching you. I promise you that.
Right.
62 is a long time.
It is.
Yeah.
So
Well, especially when you start at
right.
20-something.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
I mean, we got kids starting at 18. You want them really? They're gonna stay till 62?
Right.
No way.
No way.
No.
And I don't even think it's, Brittnei, I don't even think it's just dispatch. I think that's anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially something as stressful as dispatch, right? And so, we're so fortunate to have you. And, what sparked the conversation to invite you to come in here. And thank you so much for coming in here. Oh, my gosh, man. What an honor. But when we saw that you were awarded Dispatcher of the Year and a statewide award, and it's just a huge, huge deal, it really hit home for me on a personal level because I went way back when I went to Ferris State. Okay, that's where I got my 4-year degree, right? Well, while I was a student at Ferris, just to try to hustle up, just some side money or whatever, I worked dispatch for Ferris State University.
Wow.
Public safety. Okay. And
Seriously?
yeah. As a student.
Yeah.
Okay. But they had students that dispatch the cops and fire and all that. Hands down, by far, the most stressful job I've had. I've been shot at as a cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that job as a dispatcher was so much more stressful to me because, and I don't know if you feel the same way, although I'm guessing you do, but I remember this like it was yesterday, man.
Yeah.
You know, just, and this is campus police. This isn't Lansing police. Like there was some stuff in progress, but not a lot. I mean, occasionally students fighting or whatever, but it was nothing like, if you're being stabbed, press 1.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Yeah.
You know, but even just not knowing the answers to stuff, number one, and number two, not knowing the disposition of things after you hang up with someone. It's like, and then what happened? And
I can't imagine you get that call as a dispatcher for that college, and they're like, you know, we've got somebody here with a late book fine. I mean, to go home with that.
okay, let's talk about parking tickets. No. Should we talk about parking tickets?
No, sorry.
In college?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, let's not talk about
You want
that.
to?
No.
Why not?
We're good. Good.
You sure?
Yeah, still fresh. Dude.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. She doesn't, poor thing. She doesn't know what's going on.
I got buried in parking tickets when I was a rookie, and I thought I was above paying them, and then I got humbled later.
I bet.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your career as a dispatcher.
No. Yeah. Oh, all of a sudden, parking tickets. Ah! So tell me about you, Rob. You know, Rob and Kaz, you cut either one of us, man, and we bleed blue. We do, right?
For sure.
But we also know that we're definitely not perfect, and we have driven dispatch nuts over the years. We understand that, but where my heart has always been is I did my very best not to be uncooperative with dispatch. Because I understood on a very, very small level from a campus public safety dispatch as a student versus people in a town where there's pretty much a critical incident every shift. Somebody's getting shot, stabbed, serious domestic, pretty much every shift. Maybe not every single one, but pretty much.
Real life stuff.
Nothing I even came close to dealing with as a student dispatcher, but I did understand some of the frustrations, and I did understand what it felt like when it felt to me like there were cops that I would dispatch for that just did not want to work. And that drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Right.
And I said to myself when I became an officer, because ultimately that's all I ever wanted to do, I knew I was never going to be like that. Right? If you gave me a call, I'm going to take it. It is copy a call 10-4. Like it was no, I really think that I did my best to try to not give any flack.
Sure.
You know, not that there wasn't frustrations back and forth, not that I didn't drive dispatch wild. Now I know you drove dispatch wild, but it wasn't because we didn't want to work.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
How did you get into this business? Like
Well,
did you have anybody previous that dispatched in your family? Nothing. So
No.
to give us a little intro,
Yeah. So
who you are.
I went to, well, if you want the long story, real short. First, I went to MSU for communications, and I hated it. And I only went because Mommy and Daddy told me to. And I got kicked out of MSU.
Oh, wait a minute. So wait. You went they wanted you to go to MSU for communications.
Yep.
So
And I got kicked out.
Okay, got it.
So then I went back to school. I took one CJ class and was like, this is fun. This is where it's at. I can do this. So I went back to school for criminal justice.
Okay.
Graduated with my bachelor's with a 4.0. It's amazing what
4
happens
point.
when you want to do the work. Yeah. So I graduated from Ferris with a 4.0. And then I was a bartender at Barley's. If you know where Barley's
I remember
is,
Barley's.
over across from Meyer.
Yeah.
I was there 11 years. And I applied for every CJ job I could even think of.
Yeah.
I wanted to do probation or parole or something like that. I can't be a cop. I have a bum shoulder. Not that I'd want to be anyways. No offense. But I couldn't pass MCOLs, you know. So I was like, well, what can I do that's in this realm? I got one interview for CPS. Thank God I didn't get that job.
That is a tough gig.
I wouldn't want that job now that I know a little bit more about what they do.
Yep.
Funny thing is my boss at the time was my reference, and he told them that I wasn't very good in emergency situations.
Get out
so
of here.
I didn't get the job.
Wait a minute. The boss at Barley's?
Yeah. Yeah. He goes, I couldn't give you a 5 in all the categories, so I gave you a 4 in emergencies.
Oh,
really?
Stop it.
You're my reference. You're supposed to give me a 5 in everything. That's why I asked you. But anyway. So thank God I didn't get that job. So then I just applied for dispatch, just like maybe I can get my foot in the door and then get to probation, because without experience I couldn't get there.
So you were drawn to the human contact thing, like something in the world where you're trying to
help
somebody do something.
Yeah, somewhere. I didn't know what exactly. And I wasn't at dispatch for 2 days and was like, this shit is awesome.
Really? Good for you. Good for you.
Fun. The very first shift, I know they said, hey, you want to see something cool? Sure. It's back when we had cameras. And it was the shooting over at the old Quality Dairy on Willow.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
during
like,
Christmas.
Live right on camera. And I was like,
that was a very, very, like, that video shakes you.
Yeah.
Because you walk, you see that the people in the side the store, and you can tell, something bad's gonna happen, and that jaw jacking, and then you see the person get injured.
And, I mean, I'd never seen anything like that ever in my whole life, and I was just like, holy crap, that's real life. Some dude just got shot right on that video, and that was it. I was hooked after that. That was it.
That was the moment, huh?
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
Yep.
So, what was the training process back like then?
We started on lean only.
So lean is law information
network.
Information network, yeah.
So like warrants, licenses.
The private channel.
The private channel,
we
exactly.
get all the Scooby-Doo information.
Okay, so pro tip.
Yeah.
Quick thing about lean channel. Command does not scan it. So if you get a pursuit, because we're in a non-pursuit zone these days.
Yeah, I think I remember
Call that out on lean. You can stretch it out.
Yes.
Pro tip.
You can.
Pro tip.
That is
You can stretch it out. Command doesn't hear it. So you can't get terminated on something they can't hear.
To that point, what was the first time you had somebody running somebody on lean, and then it's like, he's running?
Oh, yeah. It took a long time because, we trained to it. Like, what do you do if somebody starts running? You stand up and scream and tell their dispatcher, But it took a long time, and finally it did happen, and I was just like, wow, that was not as much fun as I thought it was going to be. But at least at that point I was Metro trained, so I knew how to do the chase and the whatever. Yeah. But if I would have been just lean trained and somebody ran on me, I probably cried.
So to kind of explain it to the listeners, so on our handheld radios on our equipment belt, we've got channels that we flip to.
Yep.
So if we're on the primary channel, right, we're on channel 1.
Yep.
And then if we're on a traffic stop and we're running someone's name, we're trying to figure out whether or not they're valid driver's license, if they have warrants, whatever. We physically have to flip it to channel 2.
Yep.
And then now it goes to your workstation.
Yep.
And then if something breaks off on channel 2, I'm imagining you got to jump up and tell channel 1.
Exactly. Hey, your people are running.
Yeah, your
so
people
that they can tell all your friends to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you get in there, and the training process, was it smooth? Was it? You saw that video, you fell in love with it.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started training lean, I'd never heard a radio in my life. So my radio ear was non-existent. And I was like, I am never going to be able to understand what these people are saying to me.
So explain, if you were a teacher at MSU, and you had the topic was radio ear, how would you explain that?
Good question, man.
Yeah.
Love that.
Because it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
And what happens after 25 years of policing is we don't look at things the same ever again.
No, I'm sure.
We're scanning constantly. Yeah, the vigilance is a little lower after you retire, but it's just embedded in you.
It's all mumbled together, and it's like you're, talking into your sleeve.
Yeah.
And some people are clearer than others,
Yeah, it's about articulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people get a little toot when you'd like them to repeat. It's like, I just want to run your person like you'd like me to. So if I don't know what you're saying, I can't run your guy,
Right.
But it just takes a minute. I listened to the scanner app for the first 3 years probably.
Did you?
Whenever I wasn't at work. And before I even got the job, everybody kept talking about King. Something in King, this in King. I Googled it. There's no King anywhere in this city. I couldn't figure it out to save my soul.
Sure.
Yeah, that's Martin Luther
Martin
King.
Luther
Okay,
King.
got it now.
Yeah.
But
it's
just things you don't even think of now that you've done it for so
Right.
long, But I listened to the scanner app forever.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
When I was
for
trained.
sure. Oh, definitely.
I listened to the radio to try to I'd be at home and they'd give out a location and I would flip through, because back then we had to do it through a paper book, and so I had to And then try to find the grid and
it.
everything. Yeah.
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 Yep. It
Real
took a
thing.
minute, but
Yep.
So when you said that, we were talking about the lean channel and everything, and that's where you started, and just imagine for a second where, okay, so to take you back just for a moment, Kaz and I are kind of in the sweet spot between old school and new school, right? We've got enough we're very proud of our old school roots.
Sure.
But we had to be forced and transition to new school. And what I mean by that is when we first started, we were the very first ones to have computers even in our cars.
yeah.
Okay. There were no computers. There were no cell phones.
Right.
The internet had just kind of sort of started to get traction, but it was not a real thing.
Right.
Okay. And so that's where we started. So everything was face to face and everything was manual. Matter of fact, we were handwriting reports when we first started, like no typing, just handwritten.
That's crazy.
Right. So imagine being a dispatcher in that era and before, because for every person that we go to lean to run, we have run maybe 100 in our cars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Back in the days when we started and before us in the real old school that didn't have anything,
Yeah.
it was everything was on lean channel.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you'd have Kaz as, District 1 and me as District 2, and we're on two different calls, and we need everybody in this house running lean.
Yep.
We are fighting to
get in
get
line.
in there,
Yeah.
right? And we'd just be holding our mics down, and you let up, Jack. I'm getting in there, right?
Yeah.
And it was
log jam.
It was a log jam, and it was extremely stressful for us because here we are trying to wait in line to get these people run so we can get things moving. But imagine being the other side of that radio, dude. Like, okay, and then, oh my God, I cannot
How was
imagine.
it? How'd you get through that?
When I first started lean, there was always a line, like, because I work nights too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you'd have 10 cops in line, and you'd like print out this warrant and write, Kaz on it. That's his guy. And you'd write Forbes over here and try to confirm that one. And now that everybody does everything in their car, I mean, it is so rare you even have two people in line right now.
Yeah.
And trying to train somebody, it was better to train them when there was 10 people in line because you just keep going and going. You got to do this, you got to do that. Now it's hard to train because the officers will come over and just say, hey, I got one with a warrant out of Grand Rapids. Can you confirm it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, I can, but I need this person to learn the whole process.
Exactly.
So I need you to say the words so she can run it, then give it back to you, even though I know you already know the words.
Yep.
And they don't always love that. So be more patient with the
Yeah.
lean trainees.
Yeah, I tell you what, not if I had to pick, one over the other, because obviously, each of them has their benefits. But growing up, eyes up, running, I got real used to. I got nervous putting my head down.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Especially when I started to learn how to do proactive stops, right? Where I was out there doing something, where I got a tip from somebody and now my head's down and I'm running. And I didn't like that at first. I can remember that. I just liked running this way and then keep my eyes up.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
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 And
So
that's why we're there. Nobody's
Right.
shooting at us.
Right, exactly.
So that's why we're there to do it. But
Yep. I knew this probably drove the lean dispatchers freaking nuts because you get on there with you and it's like stand by because your person's starting to percolate or something's gonna happen. Somebody just pulled up on the stop and then the lean operator's like, go ahead with that information, and now you're like, oh shit, I better go back to one because it's not a lean situation anymore. It's gonna turn into something explosive.
Well, and now we do phones and lean at the same time. Lean isn't by themselves. So they're on 911. So then when the officer comes over and says, I got one to run, stand by, I'm on 911. Well, probably 80% of the time, they're like,
Yep.
I'll go do it myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they get cranky about it. But
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can only
you can only do so many things
you
at
can
once.
only do so many things at once.
Yeah.
I remember you guys got slick to me like later, past the halfway point. I'd be on lean, and I don't want to. I'm not going to say the names of the dispatchers because one of them just retired today.
Shout out.
Shout out
to Sherry.
Let's just give her a
Come
shout
on, man.
We loved you.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You were freaking phenomenal at what you did, and I loved it when I heard her voice. And there was certain people that you just knew you were in good hands. And what a feeling that is, right?
Yep.
But I can remember when I'd get on lean, and Sherry was so good at calling my bullshit. I would start with the phonetics. She'd be like, "Hold on, does somebody know where you're at?" I'm like, no, because I'm doing some Scooby Doo shit. So she'd be like, "Go to 1," you know, like yelling at me, and I'm like, "She's right." So then I'd be like, "Hey, I'm over on lean at such and such," and then I had full times.
Now I'll run your lean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So she was really good at that, but. Yeah, that's a good point, dude. That line was enormous when we first started, and it was very taxing, like when you had a large party or a fight or a domestic, and it's tough.
It also, let me tee it up for you on another, just one more layer in the onion down, man. What was the primary goal of Lansing Police Road Patrol in that day?
Yeah, eliminate warrants.
Fill jail.
Well, yeah. Go out there, be proactive.
If somebody's got a warrant, they're going to go to jail, right?
Yeah.
And your job was to dig for that kind of stuff, right? And so I think that is kind of more. We've got to wait. In my opinion only, right? But I think that I'm right on this. Is I think that, and I don't think it's just Lansing. I think it's just kind of like just the pendulum of policing kind of shifting away a little bit. The wrong direction, in my opinion, as far as all we want to do is clear this damn call, right? And all we want to do is move on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And if you are taking that approach, you're missing a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Right? Include not just warrants, but people, probably with firearms and drugs and all kinds of stuff. If you would just take the time to do the blocking and tackling, you're going to get the touchdowns.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But so to really bring this home for you, Brittnei, is we were not just encouraged, but the expectation was if you were at a house party or you were at, a large fight or whatever, the expectation was, ain't nobody leaving here until we get everybody here identified conclusively and we make sure that they're clear. And if anybody here does have a warrant, that is how we're going to eliminate this problem.
Well, because listen, at the end of the day, as far as dispatching goes, I personally think that we've always had a solid group of dispatchers.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
And
it was
in Ingham County. In Ingham County.
Yeah.
With Lansing, it's very, very busy, and they're sharp, dude. They are sharp.
And so sharp that the call would come in and then be advised the suspect or the person that's caused the problem has a 68, right? To know going in that the dispatchers already run the person,
Man,
and now you've got this
so
gigantic, this like tactical move you can make. You get there, you can identify the person, take them into custody before it gets physical, before they attempt to flee. But that work that the dispatcher does to set it up for the officer, I mean, we can't thank you guys enough for that.
Sometimes it gets lost that we are all on the same team.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
If you piss dispatch off, they're going to send you to the next call.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, man.
And it was like, you were getting it. Like, so I grew up, Jeff Hudak, Phil Nardoni, Freddie Tabor. It's like, you be good to those people up in dispatch because they'll zing it to you. They'll let you have it. And I'm like, really? They can do that? And then my first couple of dumb, you're damn right.
It turns out.
I had Sergeant, was it Vandenberg? I think it was. I can't remember. I had the worst pursuit call out. I might as well have been in a bathtub with just bubbles up to my ears.
Right.
I didn't know what direction I was going. I was going east on Martin Luther King. Okay. Everybody knows that's north and south. And he calls me into his office. He's like, that was fucking terrible, right? And I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, my mic was in my chest. And we laughed about it. He was so cool about it. He goes, you need to call dispatch and let them know. Mm-hmm. And ever since that, whenever I screwed up, you can even ask Sherry. I would call up there and I'd be like, "My bad, I jacked that up," or "Thank you so much for filling in that gap when I was disoriented or whatever."
Yeah,
Sure.
Or settling me down.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys play more than just an information translation. Like
Right.
you guys can really dictate or correct an officer that might be kind of like, whoo, kind of sliding out of their lane.
Yep.
So how do you know when that happens? Like, you know what I mean?
let's make it easier for you. Something legendary in the archives of 911 that people talk about when you say the name John Cosme.
Bush shaker.
Yeah.
What is it?
Bush shaker.
Bush shaker.
Yeah. That's what I was told when I was in training.
Okay.
Kaz is a bush shaker, and I was like, I have no idea what that means. He finds the bad guys.
Yeah.
He digs through the bushes, he gets the bad guys.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
With binoculars in the bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You are a little on the long-winded side.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can take that. That's true.
So,
That's
not
true.
saying that everything that you are saying is not wonderful, but sometimes it's like, all right, get off my channel.
Yeah, heard that. Heard that.
That's all.
Heard that.
I'm being honest.
Hey,
You asked.
hey, I did ask, and guess what? Now I got a podcast.
I know.
Let's talk.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody had asked me if I had watched you guys' show, and I said, yeah. And they said, how's Rob on there? I go, he does little Rob things sometimes. He talks a little bit, but I like it.
I love it.
Yeah, you know what?
You know what?
that
Though
is?
2 words. In custody.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And 2 more words.
Yeah.
Firearm recovered.
Yeah, there you go.
So listen, I could see the pros to being a bush shaker and getting after stuff, but I bet if you asked 100 dispatchers, they'd want to be more informed.
Oh, yeah. I was never mad at all the
Yeah.
words he was giving me, but
Right.
sometimes I'm like, this is my channel. Get off the
Yeah.
I got things to say
Yeah,
too. You know,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just messing with you.
Yeah, no, but that's an interesting nuance to explain because that's a real thing in every state and county and law enforcement across the world. You got so many different cop personalities, and the same goes for dispatcher personalities. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I could thinking of all the dispatching personalities that I enjoyed over 25 years. I struggle, and I'm not just saying this because you're the guest. I struggle to find the moment where I was like, "Are you effing kidding me?" Because you know what I started to do later in my career? Call you guys. If the call was on CAD and I'm like, something's missing,
Yeah.
you know, so I'd call you guys direct, say, "Hey, man." And you guys wouldn't get offended. You'd be like, okay, wait a minute, I didn't ask that caller that, or this or that, or whatever. How often are you getting calls from officers to?
Not very often.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Okay.
I
Do
mean,
you
there's
think
a
it's because
couple.
you think it's because the training is and there are things that, because let's be honest, we all miss things.
Yeah, for
We all
sure.
miss things. So
Yeah.
as a dispatcher, I think ego in law enforcement is a bad thing. I
Same
got to
with
believe
dispatch.
it's the same with
Yeah,
dispatch, right?
Absolutely. And I think I didn't work at Lansing, but from what I understood, you guys all went out and you hung out on the dispatch floor, and you knew each
did,
other,
yeah.
that kind of thing. You shared meals, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. We don't have a ton of people who come up and see us.
Yeah.
And I don't need to know your business. I'm not trying to be your best friend, but if I know what you look like, I know what you sound like. When you don't sound right, I know something's wrong
you go.
Oh,
without you
man.
even saying anything.
Yeah.
Yes,
But if I've
that's
never
true.
seen you in my life, I don't even know what you look like, what you other than on the radio.
Yep.
Then I can't pick up on that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So come and see us. We got clean bathrooms, we got coffee, and we almost always have food. Come
Yeah.
to the dispatch.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Just say what's
Love
up.
it.
And that way, not that I'm more invested in you, but I am.
Yeah.
You're my buddy now.
That's
I know
right.
who you are.
That's a great point.
You know,
That's a great point.
it's more personal to me
Yeah,
that you're out there than just a voice.
It
I
was.
guess.
It is true.
That's so true.
It is so true. And I think that one of the things that has encouraged getting away from that is because when we started, so the Lansing jail is in the 3rd floor and dispatch was on the 5th floor.
Right.
So you would literally take someone into custody, book them in, get done with the paperwork, whatever, and automatically you'd go up on the elevator and say hi. There were no computers, so you could ask them what calls are holding and get ahead of it type thing. And so it was just a natural thing it was just automatic to pop up there. And now that you're in a totally different building, your building's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not taking anything away from the building. Sure. I'm just saying we don't have our own swipe card to swipe in there and just say, hey, what's up? Like and one thing is for sure about police culture is if we can't do it seamlessly or quickly or whatever, we're just going to avoid it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a great
100%.
point. I can, when you were describing that, I could literally remember going up there as a rookie.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I think when we first started, didn't we have to go up there and get tapes?
Probably.
Like
Yeah, occasionally, yeah.
Occasionally get tapes because the systems were a lot, way more archaic. But I can remember going up there and watching you guys do your thing and then being humbled by it and being, oh shit, like, yeah, this is why the old timer said, don't be difficult because this stuff is coming in real time and they're trying to translate it so that you get the best information.
Yeah.
I have to mention Vicky.
Yeah.
Vicky, I loved her. God damn, man. She was so good to me.
Yeah.
Even when I was being a brat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Even when I was not so good on a call or whatever, she was so forgiving. Like that as soon as I heard her voice, it was like, bam, there it is. She's forgotten about yesterday's debacle.
She's not mad at me anymore.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I know that when Rob and I got on VCI, there was probably some dispatch barbs flying our way.
Oh, yeah.
But
Maybe just a couple.
that time frame where the information was coming in super fast, and all we were dealing with was armed assailants or helping DB with their homicide cases and stuff. It would present itself so quickly.
Sure.
And we didn't have the opportunity to give you guys better information.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the frustration, I think, on our half of the Victor squad, we call them, is we don't even know you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to know what you're doing necessarily. But if we just knew you were here today, that would be helpful when you start screaming.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you know,
that's all.
Well, they're
You're
supposed to do that every day. Like I don't know why.
But that's what I mean, though. I'm glad you said it that way because the extra phone call, right? What that, in my opinion, allows is a relationship to be built with the dispatcher, right, on a trust level, and just clarity. Like, I'm going to call you and say, hey, listen, we're going after suspect such and such today. We're going to be working in the Baker area. We're going to be working off of Waverly.
Exactly.
Just so you guys know if something jumps off.
Yep.
And I can remember when we were working on VCI, I did that all the time, and how thankful the dispatcher was, whoever it was, just to know that, especially like on focus engagement days where we had a helicopter up and multi-jurisdictional cops all over the place.
We just want to know who we're responsible for.
Yeah.
Whether you guys know it or not, when you're on my board, I am personally responsible for your little butt going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I truly am not going to have anything to do with that. I mean, that's on you, right?
Right.
But to me, this is my list of people. These are my people who they have to get home.
Yeah.
If they don't get home, I'm taking that personal responsibility of that.
Yeah.
And if I don't even know you're here, I can't be responsible for that. You know what I mean?
So
Does that
Rob,
make sense?
let me ask you, like that sounds like a command officer, right? Like you're responsible for your list of people on your shift.
Yeah.
You know, just like a command officer is.
I mean, I don't know. I
You know
guess
what I mean?
I don't know if
It's-
all of my people feel that way, but that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
You are my people, whether I know you or not.
Right.
You're on my board, you're mine.
Right.
And until I log off or you go home, then you're mine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And I don't do it I don't care what you do. I don't care if you go hang out in the parking lot and Netflix. I don't care. I mean, truly, I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
I just want to know where you are in case you need help.
Right.
You know, and a lot of new cops seem to think that dispatch wants to stalk them or something.
Yeah.
We don't care. We just want to know where you are in case you need help. That's it. It's that simple.
Listen,
Yeah.
in your defense and every dispatcher in the country, if any officer, and this is my opinion, is bothered about accountability, and kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like if you're sitting in a parking lot for 3 hours playing the avoidance game, that could be terrible for somebody who needs your help.
Sure.
That could be terrible for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
So they should clearly respect dispatch's responsibility for the roster of people that they're servicing the information to.
Yeah. I don't want you to feel like I'm keeping tabs on you. I'm not your command.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to know that I can help you if you need help. That's it. It's that simple.
You know how Vicky, I thought I was being slick, but the call board would clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a rare thing in the city because
Yeah.
we're kind of busy, but we'd punch through the calls, right? Get on shift. It's a Friday. We're feeling pretty cackly. And we're like, boom, boom, let's clear this call. Hey, send me that call. I'll take care of that call. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing. And then you get on the radio. And I told Vicky this. I'm like, if I get on the radio and I say, hey, is there anything holding? I'm about to shake my tail feather.
Yeah. You're about to start chasing somebody.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, then we would get on the phone and be like, hey, man, what's up? You'll call the source. And
Yep.
and then when the call loads came back up, then you try to respect that.
Sure.
So when did you feel, how long did you think you had on before you felt like your sea legs were under you?
A couple years.
A couple years?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, before I really felt like I knew what I was doing.
What did you take home during that time frame? Like, because I think the longer you work this profession, the less you take home.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I think you take everything home.
Yep. And there are some dispatchers who remember every call they took the whole shift. They could like make you a log.
Yeah.
Everything,
that's
every
it.
address, every like JJ, you know JJ.
Does
You'd be like,
best.
hey, you know that guy named Mike who lives on Capitol? Should be like, yeah, 522 Capitol, apartment number 4. His birthday's this,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like,
Sagittarius, lifelong walks on the beach.
Exactly. I'm not that dispatcher. Like, unless it was real good or real bad, I don't remember.
Yeah,
it. It's just
that's
not
more like
there.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more like JJ, where everything is in there,
Yep.
and I got too many passwords rattling around up here
Yep.
that take up space.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's got to be pretty severe to stick
significant.
out. I'm right with you on that. I know how you
Exactly.
feel. Yeah.
And
So
I,
you get to that time frame, now you're starting to feel a little comfortable. During that rookie phase, right? I think is what we're talking about.
yeah,
Do you remember the worst call you had during that rookie phase?
yeah, Grant Whitaker.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was just shy of 2 years. And
Were you working out county then?
yeah,
Oh, that was you.
that was me.
That was
Oh
you.
my gosh.
And the supervisor at the time asked me if I would switch second half. We switched at midnight and work county because the person who was supposed to work county wasn't feeling it today. I'm like, sure, whatever. Like, I don't go, when somebody asks me to switch, I don't go against it. I think that's how karma happens. And somebody wants to switch, okay, switch, no problem.
Let's do it. Yep.
So, whatever, just a normal day. You know, they went down to Stockbridge. It was Hoaxma, Whitaker, and Every. And they started chasing that dude. And before that, I mean, it was a chill night. I was reading my book. I was just, you know, relaxed. They went down after that, started chasing him, and then, I mean, obviously we know what happened. He hit
Yeah.
the tree. I can still hear that radio noise to this day. It took probably a couple years after that, when you guys revved your engines, I'd immediately be like,
No kidding.
I mean, it was, and I took it personally. Like I said, I mean, I wasn't driving. I never even met the guy except for in passing. I
Yeah.
mean, he came up to the center, hey, how you doing? That kind of thing.
Sure.
But I took it real personally. And I was 7 months pregnant, and I went home and sobbed like my family member died. And my husband was kind of like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
do you know this guy? No.
Fantastic
Okay.
dude.
You know, like, I mean, he was super supportive, but he didn't quite understand why, if I don't even know this guy, you know, I took it
Again,
real personally.
Again, I'm not blowing smoke, but to me, that's the quality of somebody that is in the profession for the right
Sure.
reason. When you feel it like that,
for
if
sure.
you're emotionless in anything, do you even care
Right.
about it? Right. Grant was fantastic. The two other guys on that call, love those guys to death, man.
Yep.
And it was very hard for them too. I know that because
Oh, yeah,
I know
for
them
sure.
personally. Time heals all wounds, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, as a rookie dispatcher,
Yeah. It was
wow, you talk
a
about
mess for a minute.
a sledgehammer.
And they immediately, when it happened, you know, somebody comes over, you want to get up? No. Come on. Go outside. No. Don't ask me again. I'm not getting up. Like, I have to be there until we're done, and then I might have a nervous breakdown. But
Yeah.
we got to be done first. So the minute he got to the hospital, I was was like, okay, I'm getting up now. And I just darted out of there. But I can't, I need to finish it. Now, again, not like anything I was doing. It was making the ambulance drive faster or,
You're giving me goosebumps. You
Yeah.
literally giving me goosebumps. I was dispatched to a homicide. Well, it was a shooting that turned into a homicide off of Comfort Street. High level drug dealer's place got broken into. Later, we find out multiple kilos were taken out of this guy's house during the robbery. My battery back then was going bleep, bleep. So it was going dead, and dispatch jumps on and says, my designator, get to the hospital because the victim's associates are taken to the hospital. I knew I was going to make it. I wasn't going to make it to the call with the beeping radio. So I ran into the May station, slipped because it was late in the morning, slipped on the dew in the grass, drove my knee on the edge of the sidewalk, blew my knee up. And I almost passed out. I was sweating from the pain in my knee, but the adrenaline dump kind of got me through it. I ran in, grabbed another battery, slapped it in my my radio, jumped in my car, shot down Main, went to Oakland, right to Sparrow or at the St. Lawrence. Get there, the car's there, blood all over the place. They drug him in. I'm limping, and I don't know, 15 minutes later, all of command shows up and the assisting units, and it was Joel Mottman. And he can notice, he's like, what the hell happened to your pants? And I'm like, I'm good, boss. I'm finishing the call because it was my district. It was a homicide. And I'm like, I'm not done with the call.
Yeah.
And I'm limping, limping.
Yeah.
And he says, sit down. And he rips my pants open, and it's clammed. My patella's smashed and everything like that. He's like, you're done. And I was pissed. Yeah. So the same feeling you had, right? Yeah. I was pissed because you just own it. Yeah. And when you own it like that, you're taking everything else with it. Yeah. So when you got home, obviously you had that emotional release.
Yeah. By the time when I first stood up, then I started shaking. And I was like, he could, the adrenaline coming out or whatever it is. But it was, so that was, I don't know what the word is, but obviously that one doesn't leave me ever. Yeah. I still talk to all of the guys, Godair, who's at MSP now. Yep. Every December 7th, we're coming up on it. Send messages around. Just thinking about you, whatever.
I think it etches something in you.
Yeah.
I think it etches something in your soul, or however you look at life. I think it gives you that extra thing. And when you turn it around into something special, and when that anniversary comes, you reach out and you almost not celebrate it, but you accept it. Yeah. I think that's that's without a doubt why you pushed through all those years, and then you got recognized for being a Dottie.
Yeah, Dottie.
Dottie's my own word, but dispatcher of the year.
Yeah. Yep. Now, and here's what is most impressive to me about that, right? You and I have been Officer of the Year with Lansing PD. Great honor. Don't take away from it what it is. It's great honor. Brittnei is Dispatcher of the Year from APCO, which is a statewide award. Yeah. So you're talking all the counties in Michigan.
And we're pitching at the Lugna Stadium. She's at Tiger Stadium.
Seriously, man. You're pitching the World Series with that. Clearly well deserved, because you care about the job that you do, clearly, and you care about the service that you provide, clearly. What is it like when you get a kid that calls 911?
Kids are the easiest, to be honest with you. Mostly. I mean, they don't have any attitudes, and they're not trying to hide anything, and they're just real honest. Yeah.
Do you feel like being a mom helps you with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can kind of
every time I get a kid caller, I go home to my daughter. I'm like, okay, now if this happened, what would you do?
Right.
She's very well trained in 911.
Yeah,
but, right. So I think it does help that, I'm a mom, and it's easy to get down to their level a little bit. Sure. But, I mean, there are plenty of other dispatchers who are not moms who do the exact same thing. They just pull it out and start talking in a little voice and, go get mommy, that kind of thing, Yeah. But
do you recall your toughest kid call?
It was a little boy who they called and said he wasn't breathing. And the whole time I'm doing CPR with this mom, I'm thinking, she is not doing CPR. Like there's just no noise.
Oh, so you're giving
There's
instructions to
emotion.
mom to, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was just like, something is not right here. I don't know what it is. And then come to find out the baby fell off the 3rd floor balcony like hours prior and was already deceased. And that was pretty early in my career. I want to say before I had my daughter. But that one sticks with me a little bit. I mean, baby CPRs always do. I mean,
let me ask you something. So when the ones that stick with you like that, do you ever reach out to LPD DB to find out the disposition of the call? Like all the way, like not just how we responded to it, because that's in the CAD notes. I'm talking about like, was there a warrant issued? Did this person get hit? Really?
To be honest with you, I didn't even think that far. I mean, like let's say you're on the call and I know you. I'm gonna text you and go, hey, that baby make it?
Sure.
Did mom do it? You know, like whatever.
Yeah.
But at that point, that's kind of where it ends. I know that mom got charged. I remember seeing it in the news. But
is that a safety mechanism for you emotionally?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times, you know, we say if they transported, we did our job. At that point, it's on the hospital. Whether or not, you know, they transported to make mom happy, or, you know, if there was actually hope, or they just transported to transport.
Right.
So some calls I need more than others. Some calls I can just like, okay, we're good. And others I'm like, no, I need to know what happened. I need to know where they are, and, you know, all those things. So it just really depends. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, you know, which call it is.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's strange.
I always enjoyed like when the wild ass call, right? It's a bank robbery, car theft, a clown shot, you know, shot somebody, you know, just wild circumstances. And you guys absolutely just nail it, right? And people get in custody and everyone's high-fiving. And I'm like, man, dispatch did a dope ass job on that. I learned that like halfway through my career. I'd call up there and be like, you freaking crushed that, man. Like you flat out just murdered that call. Well, not murdered it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I felt like from a police officer's perspective, we almost have to do that. Like this the part of the camaraderie thing, right? Like we talked about earlier, we used to just go up there and talk to you guys face to face, and then you know, guys got moved to your location, and it's like, why don't we just call them and just say, hey man, thank you for that, or that was amazing,
or even, hey man, next time can you not do that?
Sure.
I mean, I'd even take that.
Constructive
Give me some
criticism.
feedback.
Yeah,
You know, what I did, what I can do to make it easier, to make it, you know.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And, you know, it's such a good point, Brittnei. And I think, and I don't know why, but it seems to me the further we get away from old school is the faster we get supervisors involved. And I don't think we need to have, like, if there's something big, get a supervisor involved, of course. Like, that's the process. But when it comes to something that is just a teachable moment, or, hey, this could have been better because of this, or this is why I did this and not that. And let's just take a couple minutes and just not even hash it out, but this was my perspective, and maybe your perspective wasn't the same as mine, but this is why I did what I did. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Right? It doesn't need to be my dad needs to call your dad. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that damn deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are some officers that I would call and be like, hey, sorry that I X, Y, and Z, this is why I did that. But others of them, I would never do that because I don't think they'd be real receptive.
Yeah.
So,
that's a damn shame, too.
It is a shame.
That's a damn shame.
It shouldn't
but
be.
maybe that's
It shouldn't
just
be like that.
my thoughts, and it's
Well,
not true,
I mean, your instincts are good. You know what I mean? Like you're that way for a reason. I'm not encouraging you to do that when you don't feel like it's appropriate or anything like that. I'm just saying the pendulum clearly is swinging that way, and it shouldn't. Ideally, it should not be like that.
Sure.
It should be just. And I don't think it just stops at officers to dispatch or dispatch to officers. I think that's cop to cop, man.
Dude, I think
that's cop to cop.
Dude, I think that's little baby walking and crawling and eventually learning how to find its way. If you're not critical of someone that needs to be criticized, how do they learn? How do they improve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have children. We have to be critical of them. We have to tell them that's not what you do.
Yeah.
Don't touch the stove.
Yeah.
You're going to burn yourself.
Yeah.
Like you'd rather they learn the lesson than find out on their own. Mm-hmm. So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with you calling them and saying, "Hey man, that wasn't cool how you did that."
Right.
On that note, command pet peeves. What is it about command that
Specifically Charlie
now
4.
listen,
Specifically Charlie 4.
Charlie 4.
As in Goldeneye, not the other one before he gets mad at me.
I have no idea who Charlie 4
Oh
is.
my gosh.
No, really just, I don't know. It's a good one. Just pay attention.
How about not? Yeah, that's what I was going to
That's
say. How about not answering?
Yeah, that's annoying.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Like, really, I just need your permission to do things. I already know what I want to do. I just need you to give me the go-ahead. Then I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't answer me, then I can't.
We need to make this a you problem in case it
Yeah.
doesn't work out.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Now-
a CYA over to you.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The way a cookie crumbles, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, in our careers, right? If you don't have a moment where the Charlie car pulls up hot, it comes out, you here, and you're having that boom explosive moment, and it's back and forth, and it's a back and forth. I got to believe that you've had that with your supervisors or your coworkers.
Yeah.
Was there ever what if you can remember the type of call that may have happened with where you the call's over with and now you guys got dead air and you're like,
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe back in the day when I was on nights and there was a little bit more varied personalities, I guess. Day shift, for the most part, they've all been doing it enough that we know what we did and why we did it. We don't need to hash it out. You know what I mean? Like there's,
Yep.
so I don't think there's really any calling anybody out or anything like that.
Yeah.
Occasionally, why didn't you give me that information sooner kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's always a reason. They're not just sitting there. There's, they're doing something else or
Sure.
whatever.
Sure.
But I think for the most part, dispatch is not an individual sport, as corny as it sounds.
Yeah.
You can't do it unless you have a good partner. It's
That's
simple.
awesome. You say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my example of that, Jim Krause. I had a great time working with Jim Krause. Him and I, we saw eye to eye.
Speaking of old school.
Yeah. Old school. Man. Krause didn't play.
He didn't play,
But
and
He had
there's
a personal side to
But
him.
if you were right, he'd back you until the.
Perfect segue.
Yep.
MSP chasing somebody through the city. We're going westbound on Willow, and we get to that little snaky part over by Knollwood, and Krause gets on the radio. He says LPD units can parallel. Back then we could. Well, I don't want you involved in the pursuit. This is what I was told was said. My eyes were this
Didn't hear
big.
that, yeah.
I was the second car in that pursuit, and we're burning rubber. Moped goes by into the school for the blind, and we just miss him probably by 30 feet. And I remember thinking, oh, damn. And then the guy crashes. MSP gets out. They run behind China Palace, and let's just say he was in custody. He fought. This guy was fighting, and MSP was prepared because MSP's well-trained. And dude got in custody, and I'm back there, just like a little rooster. I'm kind of young in my career. I'm like, bark, 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 bark. Krause pulls up, because I'm all over the radio.
Right.
After he gave the direct command not to get involved, and I'm literally calling this thing out. And he's like, Cosme, come here. And I'm like, boss, bro, we crushed it. And I got my hand up like this. He's like, did you hear me on the radio? And I got my hand up like this, bro. And I'm like, no. He's like, I ordered everyone, And I'm like, do what you got to do, boss. I did not hear you, I promise. He looks at me. Okay. write it up. Good job. Drives off, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that trust is there, where you can have that tense moment and just let it go.
Yep.
And not just sit there with your arms crossed and, and look at your coworker, and then tomorrow it's like, oh, I'm not going to help him with that call or what. That's toxic.
Oh yeah.
That's toxic. And to your point, like you were saying, Rob, like the idea of are we avoiding work for the sake of not having to be criticized?
Sure.
Man, go out there, scrape your knees. The officers and dispatchers with the scars from the effort are the ones that I want dispatching a call.
Sure.
Or the officers I want to go shoulder to shoulder with.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So who's your favorite employee to work with? Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Or I will get some cold shoulders
I'm not
tomorrow.
doing that.
Yeah.
All right, Brittney, I have to ask you a question. Like, what do you think the right age is for an incoming dispatcher? Because I really feel like if you're going to be a police officer or a policewoman, you should experience life a little bit. To come into the law enforcement green, I think is a bad idea.
Sure.
I don't know if you feel the same, but what do you think about as far as dispatching goes?
I would think young to mid 20s probably.
Yeah.
A little life. Maybe having young kids in dispatch is hard.
Yeah.
So maybe not quite there yet, but I mean, some of us do it. Get a little partying out of your way
System.
first because you don't have time to do it now. But, live a little bit of life. 18, I could not have done this job at 18.
At 18.
No way.
Right. How can you? How can you?
No way.
Because I don't know that you can, as a dispatcher, I don't know that you can become, I think emotional regulation probably is a gigantic component
For sure.
for a dispatcher, right? The highs and lows, you're going to get a terrible call or DOAs or frantic people or children or things that don't make any sense.
Sure.
And then you're asking an 18-year-old to regulate that without becoming either having a toll on their psychological state or just them becoming real brassy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there are some 18-year-olds that can do it and be fine. But I think overall, most of the time, you probably need a little more life experience and trauma and bullshit in your life to know where other people are coming from.
Yeah, and I think another component is, can you keep your ideology or your political stance out of the job?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
If you get a young person coming into the dispatching world and they're overly involved, easily triggered, I don't want my family member calling an emergency to somebody who's going to disagree with whatever information they might be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're giving a description of someone, or they may be a little loose with their mouth and say, this bitch is always in my, and why are they calling? No, that's none of your business.
Yeah.
Information.
Yep. Yeah. I think, that you got to know real life. If you've never had a fight with your boyfriend, and now you're dealing with somebody who's having a domestic, you have no way to relate to this person at all because you've never even, had a little tiff.
Right.
Great point.
If you've never drank, you've never been drunk. I worked in a bar for 11 years. I can talk to drunk people all day long. No problem. I'd rather talk to them than most other people.
Yeah.
We kind of do now.
Yeah. I mean, literally.
Yeah, I think you were playing for the minor leagues at bar leagues before you became a dispatcher.
Yeah, you talk drunkenese, you're good to go.
You got drunkenese down, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think just a little life experience will help you relate to these people that you might not otherwise get to. And, of course, there are some callers that you're just like, I don't know where they're at.
Yeah.
You just can't get there. But, it's just...
I think it's a vital care. A police officer has to operate as best as they can with a non-judgmental approach. And I don't think it's any different for a dispatcher.
No,
especially when that's the information that's going to be relayed secondhand to the officer. Right. So if the caller is screaming racial slurs, if the caller is being impersonal towards the gender topic or whatever, and you're like, this asshole, and now you're not listening.
Yeah,
I know when my wife has got me in the corner and she's making a great point and I don't want to hear it, I shut down and I'm missing the details of the conversation. Now I'm not trying to have a discussion where we improve whatever the hell we're talking about. I'm just trying to leverage something to win the argument.
Yep.
And that's a terrible way to communicate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there can be no judgment on that end of the phone.
Zero.
It doesn't matter where you come from, what you did. We get people who call who say they just did some horrific shit.
Yep.
And you can't just be like, ooh, nope, click. That's not how it works.
Yeah, you're a piece of whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why we have a process. You ask them the same questions, no matter who they are, what they did,
Yeah.
It's just the same order.
Yeah.
Get you guys the information that you need on your end. That's it,
Yep.
But, yeah, if you have a little judgmental bias, whatever, it's not going to work.
Bias, for sure.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I love that perspective. Because I do think that the law enforcement world, the probation world, the parole world, you've got to bring some experience to the table before you get into that because you're just vulnerable to a lot of things.
Sure. Yeah.
So how many years do you have total right now?
It'll be 13 in January.
13 in January. I don't know how and what your union or the admin has in place for your mental health, psychological health. Can you explain anything about that? Can you talk about what they have in place?
Well, from what I understand, it's a lot better than it used to be. I mean, you hear the horror stories of you just took a baby not breathing, suck it up, answer the phone. That kind of thing. It's not like that anymore. It really isn't. We have a CISM team, critical incident stress management. Cassie heads that. She is outstanding.
Yeah.
She can tell you that you took a rough call from across the room. Sometimes she's not even in the building and you get a text. Hey, you good?
Yep.
I don't know if anybody else does, a lot of what I call virtual smoke breaks. I don't smoke, but I need to go outside and breathe.
Virtual smoke break.
I just need to go outside, take a few breaths, walk in a circle for a minute, and then I'll be right back. But I need a minute or the next call's not going to be any good.
Do you go through the motions? It's like faking it?
No, sure don't. I just breathe.
Because if you do, then CMH is right.
That's right. No, we don't walk all the way to CMH. Just partly and back.
That's funny.
Man. We're a lot more understanding than we were at one point. I mean, we take a call that messes with you, and somebody will be behind you immediately. Hey, go take a break, go take a walk, go get a drink, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
And some people obviously are more emotional and affected than others.
Yep.
Everybody has their own triggers. Some people get super upset about animals. Some people get super upset about babies. Some people get super upset about suicide. So it just depends. And we all have worked together for so long that we know the triggers.
Yeah.
I mean, we just know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's really about it.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a lot of go take a break, go take a walk.
Good for you guys.
We have been invited a little bit more to the debriefings of like a major thing that you guys go to. We get to go to,
Great
which
idea.
is nice. After the MSU shooting, there's a lot of emphasis on mental health. A lot.
Can you imagine if as husband and wife, if you debriefed after arguments, like the next morning over bacon and eggs?
Yeah, we're gonna have a debrief.
Okay,
That's
actually hilarious.
You know how much?
I should try that.
You know how less?
Try that.
You know how less you would argue? You'd be like, "Hey, man, that's a great debrief."
Yeah, that was a good debrief. All right, see you tonight.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh. man.
So I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Lisa and Leah. I love those girls.
Oh yeah.
And Vicky, Sherry. Those, I'm not trying to exclude anyone, and I've been removed from law enforcement for a while. Like I said, I think earlier, I can't draw a moment where I was pissed at dispatch. You guys took care of me. I love you guys so much for that, and I hope that throughout your careers, you take care of yourselves, each other, take care of your mental health, and retire the way you're supposed to retire.
Yeah.
Because the work you do is as important as the police that are 10 toes down on the streets. Sure. Does it help that Darren Southworth is now a part of the dispatch process? Fill us in on that.
Yeah, it's like a wind of fresh air when he walks in the door.
Yep.
I mean,
there's nobody better.
No.
Yep.
I knew of him. You know, he's 2 on the radio all the time. 2.
Yep.
He is a leprechaun and shows up everywhere. I'm not sure how he does it, but he's
about as tall as a leprechaun.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't say that. I'm just saying he's magical is what I meant. But I mean, any major incident, he's there. I don't care if it's Lansing. I don't care if it's county. He just shows up everywhere. But now he shows up at work too. So he checks in with every one of us every time he walks in the door. He's just.
You know what my favorite part about Darren Southworth is, I think? And there's so many. We grew up with that guy. We had him in the studio. Like we love him up and down the river, man. Yeah. But I think probably my favorite part about Darren Southworth is, you're right. He is magical, and he is everywhere, and he is everything, and all knowing, and just. I don't know how he does it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
No idea.
But when you're face to face with him, you are the only person that has his attention.
Yep.
When he's talking to me or you or anybody else, he's not checking his phone. He's not texting and talking to you at the same time. It is undivided attention on you until we're done. And that is as good as it gets from your boss.
Yep. For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
In my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And listen, I just forgot Stacey Harvey.
Oh yeah, don't forget Stacey.
Oh, listen, dude, you opened a can of worms. Listen, man. There's we can't.
Stacey sounds like your aunt that loves you despite all your discretions.
Despite all your attempts in rehab, she still loves you.
Yes, she does, dude.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I currently still I still work, and I still have radio traffic that's sent. I work for MDLC. I had to call dispatch in the morning, and I didn't know that you guys had this pre-audio stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't recognize Stacey's voice. I've known Stacey forever, and I'm best friends with her husband, Billy.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, we're out at the house doing this and that and that and this. And then there was a pause. I'm like, I used to work for. She goes, she's like, I think I know you, and I'm like. Oh, damn, this is Stacey.
Sorry about that. That's funny.
I felt so stupid.
That's funny.
But I try to walk my way out of that because I'm like, I didn't recognize your voice in that pre-recorded thing. Yeah. So,
We got little recordings so that we don't have to say 911 7,000 times a day.
Yeah.
So it just kind of says it, and then we go on.
I know you guys have been through staffing issues, and you guys work an enormous amount of hours, and I know the stress that comes with that. I'm not in the business anymore, but when you see people that are committed to a process, it goes without saying, thank you guys for what you do on a daily basis, and how much pressure and maybe some discomfort previously before Darren got there. And I'm not throwing shade at anybody when I say that, but sometimes people do things better. And I think Darren's the right kind of person to create the environment that starts to walk you guys towards an environment of a little more consideration.
Sure. Yeah. I say we. I'm at the low end of the overtime list.
Yeah.
I work as much as I have to.
Yeah.
That's it. Which is still an obnoxious amount of hours.
Yeah.
But there are people who have like 1,200, 1,400 hours of overtime right now.
Yeah.
In this year. That's not normal.
No.
You wonder why we're tired. We bite your head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
How can it not affect
it doesn't
the
matter
quality of
what
work?
you're doing. If you're doing it that much, it affects you. Yeah.
It does. So
yeah.
We're hoping with the part-timers that's going to take a little bit of the stress out. We got a bunch of really good recruits coming in.
Good.
Some people who are really showing some promise, like, oh, you might get this job. You can always tell. You guys know.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
sure. He was
even though
in
you're
FTL
not supposed
forever.
to judge from the beginning, you never know. You know. you know, from the jump, if someone's gonna make it or not.
I used to call him on occasion, but how's the pup doing? And he was dead ass honest every time. And it was good. And now and then to be like, row. And he's like, I'm doing everything I can, guys. Doing everything I can. Doing everything I can.
You hate to see it. Yeah. You hate to see it, but man, it's frustrating for them and you at the same time. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to be in a position where they're stumbling like that. You know? But it's not, you know, there's some people that are of the mindset where we can teach anyone to do these high level jobs, policing, dispatching, whatever. I don't think that that's the case. Yeah. But that's my opinion.
Yep.
No, I don't agree either.
So, you know, if you're going down the road of your favorite shout out dispatchers, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I would have to, and
I'm missing some. I know that I am, and I apologize.
And I'm mad at you because you opened this door, dude. And you know, we're gonna close this thing down. We're gonna be like, oh shoot, we forgot. Like,
no.
So it's not.
We'll edit.
It's
bro.
not intentional.
We'll edit. We'll make it right.
Okay.
We'll make it right. I swear to God, we'll make it right.
We'll have like the credits at the end.
Yeah.
But for sure, for me, just dispatching wise, Jess Forbes for sure.
Yep.
Rock star status. And the thing that I like most about Jess is, you know, she got it as far as she grew up in Lansing. She went to Everett.
Yep.
And so we would be setting up perimeters. She didn't even need to look at the board.
Yeah,
she could see it in her head. You know what I mean? And she'd be like, hey, watch the trail behind McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like, and
Mother Goose.
And she also knew that we want to catch this dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're doing. We're not doing this because we want our canine to get a walk.
Yeah.
We're doing this because we want somebody in jail.
Yeah.
And she had that mindset of let's go. And man, I love that.
I know I'm missing some in the beginning of my career. I know I'm missing
Tina
something.
Dietrich.
Oh yeah,
Tina Dietrich.
I forgot him. Yeah,
Tina Dietrich. Man, salute to Tina Dietrich. So Tina was in the very, very onset of our careers, and that was before the technology that you have now. There wasn't then.
Yeah.
And she knew where everybody was, and she knew she was so on it. She didn't even need a computer. Like, she was her own, and man, she was just absolutely dynamite. Lindsay Lalonde.
Yep.
Lindsay Lalonde.
Yep.
She had the most dynamite. Her blood pressure never got over 120 over 80, no matter what, man.
Yeah.
And it could be anything, and she'd be putting it out like a barking dog call. Like, this is no big deal. We got it.
Yep.
You know.
I feel like I'm missing some roosters that were in the hen house. Yeah.
Chris Thompson just retired. He's dynamite.
Yes.
He retires
right?
next week. It's next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I swear to God, like when we get done recording this, we're gonna add a clip.
Let me just give you the roster.
Yeah, we should.
And I'm gonna
Brittney, you're gonna have to give us the roster for the last 30 years.
So freaking many.
Yeah. But what a great relationship we had with all of them. You know, and some we became friends with, and some were just working relationships or whatever. But you know, I think that to your point is, Brittney, we've kind of drifted away from we're on the same damn team here, right? And I think technology has been a wedge in some of that. I think that social media has been a wedge in some of that. Like, it used to be, hey, we're going to go to Leroy's in the morning. Dispatch would go
camaraderie
to the after work shift type parties. You know, and that's where the debriefings happen.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure.
That, you know.
That's when you can cut loose.
That's where you cut loose.
Yep.
That's where you cut loose. That's where you get a couple beers in and be like, listen, mush mouth, get the mashed potatoes out of your mouth, talk like an adult.
Right.
Or you're talking too much to the radio. Or just tell us where you're at before you start shaking the bushes. Right? All that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thick skin has to be there. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's thousands of examples, and you've shared some of your hardest calls with us today. And I know we talked a little bit before we actually started to record, but just to give like the viewing audience a little bit of a flavor of what you sound like on the radio, and a call that could be anything, right? Not just the bank robbery or the whatever, the car chase. We talked about a call where some young people were literally stranded in a wooded area, freezing to death. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little about that.
I took a call. It was like really early morning. They said the 3 friends went out to Seven Gables trails to go ghost hunting. I think it was January, February. It was freezing, whenever it was. And they had got their boots stuck in the mud. They were walking around in socks. They were soaking wet, and they were completely lost.
Ghost hunting.
Yeah, ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's a real thing.
It's a thing.
Like Google it, and it's like the haunted Seven Gables or whatever. Like it's a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's haunted.
Mm-hmm. So we had just gotten the What 3 Words app. I had never used it on a call before, and I literally looked at my supervisor and was like, "How do I do this again?" Because I couldn't remember.
That's amazing.
We get so much technology, and we like look at it in briefing. You don't use it again for 6 months. It's like.
So explain what it is.
So it's this computerized program that has divided the entire world into 10 by 10 squares, literally. And so you just go on What 3 Words on your phone, and it gives you 3 words, literally. And you just tell me what they are. I put them in, and it, right there, in 10 feet. That's where you are.
Within 10 feet.
It's insane. It's insane.
Wow.
You take 2 steps that way, I'll give you 3 more words.
Because I think it's important because you understand, I understand, and of course, Brittnei, you understand. Just because I call 911, you don't know where I am.
I do not.
You do not.
No.
So this app is critical because it dials in from you're anywhere in the world to now you're in this 10 by 10 square.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Great idea.
And we have, our phone does some, location bidding, obviously. So it will tell us kind of maybe what corner you're on, maybe within a section. And then we have Rapid SOS, which is my best friend. I don't know if you know about it, but it is so accurate. It's scary.
Wow.
And if you move, it moves with you, which I love.
Yeah.
And so that narrows it down even more. And then if we use What 3 Words, it will literally put you in a 10-foot square.
Love it.
Wow.
And so then, like in that instance, we got the fire department. The fire department has What 3 Words on their phone. So they put in the same 3 words, gives them a map, and they took their little ATV straight to them. So, that would have taken us hours if we just had to search the woods for them.
Honestly. It would have taken so much effort. Helicopter, something.
Exactly.
Drones.
And it's swampy.
Everything we got.
You can't get this way, but you can get that way and that kind of thing. And
imagine they fall through a pond or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that cold weather.
Yeah. So they all got help pretty quickly because of that app. It was pretty sweet.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so we have that call, and so we'll play it for the audience.
All right.
It's kind of like, including this podcast or whatever of you in action.
Sure.
And of course that is just one call of tens of thousands that you've taken in your career. But man, we're so proud of you for the APCO Dispatcher of the Year statewide in Michigan, and you're it. Congratulations. It's a great honor, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And then thanks for being patient with us.
For sure.
The short time that we worked together.
Yeah. I had you for a couple of years before you left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when we have a guest in here that's law enforcement related, we like to ask them the question of if you were going to persuade someone or suggest someone to get in the field that you're excelling in, what would that message be to that person? As far as if if you're recruiting them into the world of dispatching.
I like to say I put bad guys in jail without getting shot at.
Yeah.
Love you.
I don't have to, I don't have bed bugs. I don't have to smell things. I don't have to touch people.
Yeah.
But I still can make some form of difference. We're super clear that you guys are the ones who catch the bad guys, but sometimes I feel like I caught them too, you know? So whatever we can do to help you guys get the bad guys, put them in jail and that kind of thing, it's fun. It's a blast. It's adrenaline. It's tears, and we laugh more than most jobs probably do, because you have to. If you didn't, you'd cry a lot.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Have to.
We have some messed up sense of humor, as cops do as well. So, It gets us through, but it's a blast. I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, well, clearly, you're team us.
Yeah, team you.
And and
tell your friends.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
we appreciate you, Dottie.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks. If one person at work calls me Dottie,
So explain Dottie.
All right, so we made an acronym out of Officer of the Year, and so we joke around with the word UDI, which is Officer of the Year, obviously the first letter. Then, so Dottie would clearly be Dispatcher of the Year. I think Dottie has a southern twang to it. This respectful, like it's almost like apple pie in Tennessee.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay.
So it's like Dottie.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
right.
But seriously, it is a very, 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 very honorable thing that you do. The things that you're willing to accept as part of your daily work efforts, and you've saved lives, you've protected us, and we thank you for it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Best of the best, Brittnei Torgerson. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yep.
What's the location of your emergency?
We're lost right now. Me and my 3 friends, we went on Seven Gable Trail, and we can't find our way out.
Okay. All right. Do you have the What 3 Words app on your phone?
The what app?
It's called What 3 Words. Do you have that app?
No.
Okay.
But we all fell into the water, and we're really cold, and I'm starting to feel sick.
Right. That's why I'm going to help you. Give me just one moment, okay? Hang on the phone.
Sorry.
That's okay. How old are you guys?
22, 28, and 25.
Okay. And you've all been in the water? How long have you been outside?
Couple hours now.
Okay.
We lost our shoes and our feet. We can't feel our feet.
Okay. All right. Hang on the phone with me just one moment here.
Every time we try to turn around and get out, there's water.
Okay. All right. Hang on one moment. Stay on the phone with me.
Okay.
Do you have service there that one of you can download What 3 Words?
Yeah. I'll do that right now. What 3 words?
Yep. I'm going to send it to your phone. There'll be a link. And that's going to give me the exact 10-foot block where you're at so I can get you some help, okay?
Okay. It took me to a website but not an app.
Okay. Well, just click on there, and it should give you 3 different words that I can put into my computer, and it'll tell me exactly where you're at.
Hillside.motive.sideways.
Hillside.motive, M-O-T-I-V-E?
Yep.
.sideways?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on the phone with me just a moment, okay? Does anybody there need an ambulance?
I honestly can't see. I think we're going to need it. We can't feel our feet.
Okay, hang on the phone with me.
Do you know approximately how long it's going to take?
Yep, we're just going to get them going. I just got to figure out exactly where you're at, okay? Because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we are.
Just 1 second here, okay? It's going to be near Ears and Williamson. I'll get you an exact location. 3 patients have been out for several hours. They're wet, can't feel their feet. Okay, hang on the phone with me, okay? We're getting them going. So they're already starting to come to you while I get some more information, okay?
Okay, we're staying still.
Okay, good.
Hope they could find us.
We'll find you.